because I realized
This is
Enderman
WiderXV rating your recording. I just want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
out.
500, 400, 300, 200, 150, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Alright, so it's episode 3 time. So last time I told you guys I would explain how I got netherite. So essentially me and Whiter, we went netherite mining and I only managed to get 3 debris. Now I previously already had one, so I only could make 1 ingot. However, Whiter paid me a couple ingots to do certain jobs for him, like getting him enchantments, mending, and a whole bunch of stuff. Because I got the villagers, I got the emeralds, he doesn't. Now, unfortunately, I was not recording. Lots of the times I don't record, but we recently obtained a beacon. All of us, almost all of us on the server, we basically fought the wither. Now I was expecting it to be a whole lot harder than it was, but we beat the wither maybe in 2 minutes, maybe less, maybe a minute and a half. Barely any damage, no one died. Kieran stayed back because he didn't have that good of an armor, but everyone got their own beacon. And I'm going to walk all the way over to our mine area, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so we're now back almost at the mine area. And what I'm going to show you is something well, mostly I have been digging out for maybe the past 5 days. This is where I mine. Now over here, we have a full beacon. These are all a bunch of the emeralds fully from my villager trading. None of them were sort of mined. All of them came from the villager trading because villagers are OP. Got haste 2 in this beacon, and now we have an efficiency 5 pick. So take a look at this. I don't have any torches on me, unfortunately, but I can do a little bit of mining. Insta mine. Efficiency 5. Oh! Okay. Yeah, that's what you gotta be careful of. A bunch of lava. Well, I'm not sure where that came from, but insta mine. Ooh, yes. And it's really fast. Now, however, this only works on stone. So with this deep slate over here, right here, it's fast, but it's not fast as stone. So I tend to avoid the deep slate for efficiency's sake. I just tend to go around. Now, this is not the best idea. For some people, they think, hey, go through the deep slate. It's just a little bit of time, but you might find stuff, because deep slate is huge. Like, look at how much of an area we've been avoiding. But I tend to say, hey, if we go faster, that's what really matters. Exposing a greater amount of area in a least amount of time. Okay. So I never dig straight down. So, as you can see, there is a mob farm here. Now, this is not mine. Kieran and Whiter came onto my land and they built this here without asking. This is going down for 2 reasons. 1, I don't want it here. 2, it doesn't even work. They built it 2 blocks too short, and I'm, it's kind of stupid. There's no point in doing this. I'm making a much, much more efficient way. Now, over here at the Melon Farm, we're going to be mostly here in the beginning of the episode. I have some plans. Now, I've added around 4 new layers to the Melon Farm. And as you can see, the earlier layers were a little bit different than the upper layers. So that doesn't really matter. We'll probably fix it later. But they're only melon. They're only melons. So we need pumpkins. So I've gone ahead and I've prepped the area. And in today's episode, we are going to add the pumpkins. Now, there's also a couple more things we're going to do. As you can see on the right hand side, I've laid out a track. I tried not to get too much progress, but I have plans, and I've been working in a creative mode testing world to make a villager trading hall, because I don't have many villagers. Most of them are farmers just to get me emeralds. So that villager trading hall is coming soon. We're going to work on it in this episode, but first, let's get this pumpkin farm going. And we'll do that with a short, well, relatively short for you guys. For me, it's going to be pretty long, a time lapse. So let's go. Oh wait, no, that's what green says. That's copyright. Let's not go. So we are now back and we have fully completed the pumpkin farm. So as you can see, I used a different block here, cobblestone instead of dirt, because I realized
This is
Enderman...
WiderXV rating your recording. I just want to let you know that this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Out. Okay, so Enderman can actually pick up grass and dirt blocks, so I used cobble instead. Now, I was missing around 6 seeds up on the top, but in the time that we managed to build it, we got 1 pumpkin. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that into seeds, and we'll go ahead and fill out the last couple spots. Wider, stop, like, record bombing me. You're record bombing.
I'll never do that again if you don't cut it out.
Actually, that's going to be my first thing, you know? There we go. We had exactly enough seeds to fill it out. So in the future...
I just got on from like a 3-hour drive.
Oh, well, I had a 3-hour drive yesterday. I was the one driving. But as you can see, that one is dirt. So in the future... Oh, no. Looks like we're missing a melon. I can see. Oh, God. Oh,
L.
Alright, 2 melons look to be missing. We're going to have to replace those, but... in the future, I may or may not replace that with cobblestone. I do have to redo that bottom part because that looks terrible. But now, we are done. Now, my inventory is a mess. I do need to fix this. But I will be moving on to the next thing.
What is it? I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to wait and see.
Technically, that's what I'm supposed to say to you. You don't even know, I don't think.
I actually forgot. Like, I think it's like the Iron Farm or something.
Actually, Iron Farm. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that. Iron Farm I might do tomorrow because I just don't have enough time. Tomorrow in the sense of recording. So. Oh, I'm a half a heart. Nice.
I literally water bucket clutch.
Dirt. Alright, so the next thing we're moving on to is something that I was planning to build relatively early on in the season. And I was unable to do so because I just didn't. I was too lazy. So today, well, not today, more like now. Today for you guys, tomorrow, or actually today for me. I recorded the Melon Farm bit yesterday, but today we are going to be building the Iron Farm. It's a relatively simple design. This works for 1.16, but I will be building it in 1.17 blocks. Alright, So these are the resources that I'm going to use to build Iron Farm. I'm using polished deep slate. You get this by mining deep slate without a silk touch pick to get cobbled deep slate, and 4 cobbled deep slate means 4 polished deep slate, I believe. Polished deep slate stairs and polished deep slate walls. Just some extra blocks here, we don't need them. 12 oak signs were needed, I crafted an extra. Hoppers, chests, 1 lava bucket, I'll put 2 for efficiency's sake. 3 beds for the villagers, 1 name tag for the zombie, and water bucket. So I will need villagers. I believe it's 2, but we do remember have this villager breeder. So I've already gone ahead and set up the rails so that we can go ahead and build Iron Farm right next to the Melon Farm because that's my AFK spot. Now I was planning on making an industrial district, but then we're all relatively close together in the season. Like, there's the shopping district. Vander's house is there. There is Kieran's house. Whiter's house is not a render distance, but I didn't notice this. William actually has a house, and I'll travel there. Alright, so this is William's house. So I did not see this. I saw it in a creative mode testing world for something that will be on later in this episode we're going to show you. But I was just following around and I saw this and I talked to Kieran and he said he's already been here. But apparently at the very okay. At the very top there's some kind of hole and I don't know if there's an entrance yet. But it looks like almost like it's a drill, and apparently William needs a lot of iron for this build, so that fits in perfectly because potentially we can make a customer out of him. Because if we get a lot of iron, we can sell it for pretty cheap. Thereby we get his, I guess, diamonds or whatever. Well, currency would be diamonds. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in a time lapse of me building the Iron Farm. So we are now back and we have fully completed the Iron Farm. Now I must say, I kind of made a mistake building it in the air because I've fallen off many times and all these water streams and going back and forth and replacing stuff. It's really hard. No scaffolding either, so that made it even tougher. But the Iron Farm is working. Let's go ahead and check, and we have 1 golem come through, but now that's the second. I do want to see if they all work. Let's see if I can jump down here. And you can go up here and we can check out the spawning platform. And you can actually stand there while they are spawning. It's just there. So I did capture an axolotl. There were 2. And then I was an idiot and I placed this water bucket here and then it flew out somewhere. Probably despawned or something. And the other one was just flopping around trying to escape and I had to put a little wall there. But you can see it just literally just the iron golem just sits here and you just fall into the lava. Oh, and you can see 1 just spawned. We can help it along its way to death. Oh god, okay. No, we're not. Maybe we saved a couple seconds. But iron golems. Wow. Actually, I don't have any prot, but actually I do have full, but not full prot, and I have golden stuff, but that's beside the point. Now, there was a funny incident, and I wasn't recording, I don't think. If I was recording, I'll post a little clip of it here. But all the zombies at night, all the water came down here, and they all go here. Like 50 or 60. Oh, you can see a creeper there as well. Yep. My shield out. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, I should probably light this place up. Alright, so it has been 1 day since the past recording, and I will now check up on the Melon and Pumpkin Farm for 1 night AFK session. So I have no idea what's going to be in here, and I'm guessing there'll be more pumpkins and melons, because when melons break, they drop melon slices. But, let's see. Alright, let's check the first one. Alright, okay. Okay. That's decent. Dang, okay. Okay. Wait, oh, let me check something. Yep. Okay. Let's craft these with a time lapse. Alright, so we are now back from that monstrous crafting session. Let's go ahead and check how many melons we got and pumpkins. So this was what we had before, and these are the pumpkins we also had before. However, these are what we just got now. That's absolutely monstrous. I will have to upgrade this with more chests later. Alright, so probably one of the decisions I'm going to make is that it's very disorganized at the moment. Anything that this farm produces, and in reality this is 2 farms, both connected to the same system and the same layout. But this melon farm and this pumpkin farm, they both feed into the exact same chest. So, what we could potentially do is put in an item sorting machine. Now, these are pretty
What's
simple.
up, guys? It's Whiter
Jesus
here.
Christ, man. Stop record bombing me! This is the 2nd time this episode.
Alright, continue.
It's really simple. It does take a lot of hoppers, but I'll go ahead and I'll maybe do that either at the end of this episode or at the start of the next one. Don't hold me to that. I might procrastinate, but who knows. Now, I did see in Kieran's video that was totally terrible, had a watermark and all, and I'm being objective, not biased here, but some melons and pumpkins got caught right here, because the pistons, they'd fall, but they have a slight variation left to right, so some of them would fall here on the sides. So I've gone ahead and installed some barriers. If we see that we need more barriers, I'll just put in some more cobble. I don't know if I'll...
Vismay. Edit this out. Should we tell them our plans of beating the Ender Dragon in episode 4?
Give me a second, hold on, I want to turn off this.
I mean, we want it to be like a surprise or something, but if
well, no,
people don't want to.
let's make it be a surprise for the final hit.
Alright.
We can tell them that there's a surprise for the final hit, that's all.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, they could probably infer what it's going to be. Who knows? But, this is now the 3rd day I'm recording this episode. So we are now moving on to, hopefully today, the final build for... Actually, let me check real quick. Hopefully this is the final build. Let me just check the plans.
You should record our netherite mining when I got you.
Oh, I screwed up. Okay, no, next is the villager hall. Oh, okay. Well, it's next to the villager hall. I'm not the surprise. Villager hall will be done today. And I guess I need to decide where I'm gonna put my villager hall. Do I put it here? I'm actually gonna consider putting it right there because I already have a rail line, and it's right next to my melon and pumpkin farm, so it's easy trading. So I guess now we go into a time lapse of me building the melon and not the melon pumpkin farm. Sorry, the villager trading hall or the villager slave hall, depending on what you consider it to be. All right. So
please don't use the Alvin and the Chipmunks. Do a different one.
The what?
When you speed it up, the people sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No, that was only for episode 1. No, I'm gonna put like music. All right. So let's go. Alright, so we finished up the villager trading hall, and as you can see, Wider has found it. And I've gone ahead and I've closed these up just because those guys were taking some books and trading. We gotta close it up so that we can have the surprise ready for episode 3. Don't you dare, okay? Don't you dare. But inside these dudes, I made them all at master level. This took forever, and this guy's actually slightly off-center. That bugs me. There we go. Now he's in his place. So what these levers do is I can flick them up and flick them down. So they're always in the up position. And down here, there is a zombie dude. Fun. I found a zombie villager, actually. And I just put him down there instead of a zombie. But we just flick this lever, the zombie will see him. I'll start hitting him, and you can see actually once the zombie comes through, once it pathfinds over, that the villager will start taking damage. Usually does take some time for the villager or zombie to find the villager, but after that it's kind of quick with its kills. Where is the zombie actually? I don't see it. This guy, yeah. So the next up will be the surprise. Oh god. Yep, go back in your spot. Go back in your spot. Just gotta juggle him around in there. Yep, so I drop him, there's a zombie, he starts taking damage. All I gotta do then is cure him up, and he'll give me very low trades. Somewhere is wider, but as you can see over here, these are chests of all the enchantments we've got just to level this dude up, and there's a whole bunch of stuff, but we do need to clear inventory, and
Oh.
in the next part, we will be doing a surprise, in which we manage everything we have gathered so far into one building, and basically we
What?
need something for the surprise. It has something to do with that area over there, and
Bro, why can't you tell us? We're the literal players, and those are the viewers you're talking to right now.
you just have to see. Oh yeah, one more cool thing I've down here is that you can actually do see the redstone. This is tinted glass. You craft it with did you get the glass with you? I didn't get the glass.
Yes.
Alright, place that down. So you can actually break this with your fist. You don't need silk touch. But you craft it
Oh.
with crystals, and yeah, you don't need silk touch. Like this, watch. You get the block back. And it doesn't let light in, which is actually pretty cool. I should probably light this area down here. Just maybe. Who knows? But if there were no light sources down here, if this was completely covered up, no light would be able to get through, and that down there would be completely dark. I do like this tinted glass floor just because I can see what the redstone is doing. It's also a fun thing. Does give a little bit of a sense of I can see what's going on inside, but we'll go ahead and we'll move on to the next part. So in this episode, we've already done the melon and pumpkin farm. Well, in the pumpkin side of the melon and pumpkin farm, we've done that iron farm over there, and actually I do want to go check up on that. And we've done the villager hall. So I'm going to go ahead and check up on that, and then we'll move on to part 3. Alright, so we're now back here at the iron farm. We now see that we have a bunch of blocks ready for usage.
It's very efficient, as long as you AFK, though.
Yeah, it's only been here for a day, and it's already this much, and we don't even need that much iron. I might as well just turn off the farm, but, you know.
I mean, we don't need any more iron, to be honest. And
Oh,
also,
why isn't this hopper why isn't
watching
this hopper
Vismay right now, it's just humor today. Bruh! I only did 2 hearts, but...
Alright. I kept saying part 3. I actually meant part 4, because now that I've tallied up, Melon Pumpkin Farm, Iron Farm, Villager, it's actually part 4, not part 3. So, whoops. Nope, that failed. Thought I could, third person,
Wait, this would
MLG.
actually... Wait, let's go back up there. That'd actually be a good place to take a screenshot.
3, 2, 1, cheese. Oh, I forgot to turn on the HUD. I got it. Alright, so as you could tell by that time lapse, we have built our first shop in the shopping district. It is not complete yet. We're going to have to complete that in the next episode. However, this was the surprise. This is officially the first shop on the server and our first shop. Now, you'll have to wait and see as to what the name might be. That includes the Pikacraft members. Only, I believe, 2 or 3 of them know. Whiter doesn't know. Here knows. But you can see this piston door. I love this piston door. I've modified the design so that you can now use pressure plates. You cannot stand on the pressure plates for too long. You gotta run quickly over them. Otherwise the door will come back down. But there is a little safety button you can click there if something goes wrong or something. But I haven't finished the second floor. Nothing's been filled in yet, but there's a little water stream. You can go up, and you can go back down, which is nice. But that will be it for today's episode. Next episode, we are actually going to go to the end, beat the Ender Dragon, get Elytra, get shulker boxes, and finally finish this shop. And we might do a little slime farm at the end. Who knows? But that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully coming out tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What am I thinking? In the next week. Bye-bye.